Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Elizabeth with Forest and Faye. In case you're wondering, Forest and Faye is actually the name of my Etsy and my eBay store, as well as my Instagram and now my YouTube channel. So if you want, you can go check out either of my stores. I'll put the link in the video descriptions. And also you can head over to Instagram if you want, follow along there. I typically am just kind of reporting back what items have sold, what profit I've made. So today we are headed to the post office. We have a few packages to drop off. I'm actually just leaving the UPS store. I had an overnight shipment I had to send. I typically don't offer overnight shipping at all, but sometimes randomly I will have a customer that will message me and ask if I could ship it quicker. And if it's convenient, if I have time, then I'm happy to accommodate. Today, it just so happened that they messaged right as I was in the middle of my daily shipping. So I was easily able to just go grab the inventory, put it in a box, and it just kind of went with the flow of my other packages. And so it worked out, and I'm happy that the customer is happy. And then after that, there's actually a Carm thrift store location in between the UPS store and the post office. So it's very conveniently located. I have about an hour, a little over an hour before I have to go pick the kids up today. So I was gonna just pop in to the Carm store and see if they had any goodies. This is a newer location. They added it a few months back. They actually expanded the location they already had over here, but it moved a couple blocks over to just a larger spot. So I'm still kind of on the fence about, there's two locations in my town of Marable, two Carm locations. And if you're not familiar, which you probably aren't, Carm stands for Knoxville Area Rescue Mission, and they're one of the bigger, if not the biggest, thrift store chain in our area. I still like to pop in a couple times a week, especially when I have time. So I'm gonna head in here to the post office, drop my packages, and then we'll head right across the street to the thrift store. So I'm gonna record a voiceover for this part of the video because they play such loud music and I don't want to get a strike on my channel. I am picking up this Nate Berkus dish. I'm thinking that it is solid brass, but it's not, so I put it back. These wooden bowls had my attention, but they are $17.99 for the 5, so that's way too high for reselling. This little cross plaque I thought was really cute, but it was also priced really high. This pineapple lights up on the inside. I saw it last week when I was in the store. It's $8.99. The comps just aren't there, so I leave it behind. I'm just checking this little brass trinket dish. It's $6.99. It's cute. Brass is a little all over the place for me when I'm selling. I'm trying to keep this faith plaque from falling. So I left that behind. I'm moving on. These are all tables as soon as you walk in the door. This little wooden box was cute. It had the flowers on the top. I thought it had kind of a retro vibe, but I ended up leaving it as well. And here we're moving to the inside of the store. It's Christmas, so they've just filled up the store with new Christmas inventory, which means this is a lot of stuff I've not seen before. So I'm taking a little bit of time at the front of the store to look through these items on the shelf. Here I'm finding a little porcelain nativity set. $14.99 for 11 pieces isn't terrible, but I don't think I could flip it for that much. I did find a paper mache made in Italy set of 15, I think, and I paid $15 for it, but there were some unique pieces like the camel, the baby Jesus that I was able to piece out and flip for better money. More Christmas stuff. Here I'm looking at all the art that's hanging on the walls. I do like looking at the art. The frame pieces are generally overpriced for me, but I still like looking to see if there's anything unique or unusual or anything that just catches my attention. These are all pretty big pieces for me, but I'm not afraid to take things out of frames, ship them. This is an actual photograph of an old mill in our area in Pigeon Forge. Some other, just your run-of-the-mill, typical Kirkland style, mass-produced prints from what I can tell. Now we have made it to the small shelves that are in front of the cash registers at the front of the store. I can find some really cute stuff up there, and I think a lot of people just veer away from it naturally, so they don't always see all the cool stuff. Here's a little Yankee Candle votive holder that has two snowmen roasting marshmallows over a campfire. I thought that was adorable. And sometimes Yankee Candle votive holders can go for good money, so I stick that in the cart to comp on that. I'm looking and looking, a lot of Christmas stuff. Again, this is all new. My eye is catching a Hallmark ornament, an Aladdin ornament. $14.99 is just way too high. Hunchback of Notre Dame, again, $9.99. There's just no profit to be made at prices like that. Behind those ornaments, however, I'm noticing some Pluto and Mickey, looks like resin or wood carved figurines. I'm trying to pull the boxes out and get a price on those. I do end up finding the price tag on one of them, which was for $24.99. And I wasn't sure if that was the price for both, but I did end up putting those in the cart and running a comp on them. I am trying my best to get these out. So I did end up running the comp, and these were individually priced for $24.99, and that is about the price that they go for on eBay. So I put them in the cart, but I did end up putting them back. And now we're headed over to look at the shelves that are still full of Christmas items. There's so much to look at, but these little Santa placemats catch my attention. They are new in package. Hester and Cook. I don't know that brand, but I do like how jolly the Santa's face is, and those are $2.99, so I stick those in the cart. I just love a jolly Santa face. I did run comps on this Yankee Candle votive holder, and there were no solds, so I did end up sticking that back on the shelf. So many cute little items. Here I'm finding a bag of random ornaments for $4.99. I do see that there's several little Snoopy and I think a Linus or a Charlie Brown ornament in this bag. So I'm going to stick that in the cart and run some comps on some of those ornaments because $4.99 is just not a bad price. What else are we seeing? Here I'm finding some vintage stocking holders. I'm not sure who originally made these. The sticker says $6.99 is the original sale price. I think like maybe a Walmart or a Hobby Lobby. Here are some things called whirligigs. I think that they're the ones that will spin when you put a candle underneath them. They were vintage. I thought they were cute, but $8.99 was too high. That's probably about what I could get for a package like that. Maybe 10 to 15, but still way too high for resale. These were really cute. These were little stocking holders, and I was going to try, because there were so many of them, I did open this box and they were all in good condition. So I put one in the cart to try to run a comp on it and just kind of see what they go for. I'm still trying to check and see what other stocking holder styles there are. So that was the one that I grabbed. Here are some brass star napkin rings. I think the year on that says 1994. I haven't had great luck selling napkin rings. I do have good luck with shower curtain rings or just regular curtain rings, but so far haven't done great with napkin holder rings, so I left those behind. There's some more Hallmark keepsake ornaments. They're very proud of those. The prices are just way, way high. Let's see what's on the top shelf. Cardinals, snowmen, all kinds of good stuff. I thought he was cute. $6.99. Something about his face was a little off. So they do have, like I said, quite a bit of Christmas inventory this time of year. And it's new, like put out in the last 5 to 6 days. So there was a lot more for me to look at than typical. Here is either a resin or a wood snowman soap dispenser, but it had a Big Lots tag, so I left him behind. Cute little snowman candle pillar. These two carved wooden snowman, it said 1 of 2 as is for $5.99, so I'm looking for the damage. I don't end up seeing anything, and they are cute. They have a vintage price tag on the bottom, but for $5.99, I'm just not 100% sure what I could get on these, and so I put them back. This cute little cardinal top basket I thought was adorable. It's small. I liked the white lid for $4.99, but I think the basket itself looked cheap to me. Like it was probably manufactured in China, and so I ended up leaving it behind, but it was still a very cute little basket. This little angel looks like it may be molded, either clay, some sort of pottery. Lots and lots of Christmas trees. Here is a huge bag of Christmas-themed flatware, but the price on it was just way too high. Now we're moving out of the Christmas aisle and into more of their active wear and kind of catch-all sports gear section. And then I turn down the wood aisle. I'm checking out this little basket down here. I think it has a unique look, and the sticker says made in the Philippines. It had a few little imperfections. From Paula, March of '98. How cute, 2 little bunnies. And more cute things. My eye is looking toward these little garden plaques. I think they're cute, but they're priced high. These little bow gilded bookends are really cute, but there is damage on both of them, on pretty much every part of the bow, so I leave those behind. These little votive mirrors are really cute, and I saw them last week when I came in, but they do not have pairs, and I just don't find that I can flip them for enough money if it's just the single, and they don't sell as well, in my opinion. This little piece I found the week before, it's Sirocco. It says 1 of 3. And at first I didn't think I could find the other 2 pieces, but then I look up here on the top shelf and find these other 2 candle holder sconces. So those are the 3 pieces. And I am going back and forth as to whether or not I should buy them. I would really like them for $7 to $8, but for all 3 pieces, I just don't know that the money is there, so I leave them behind. This little bear I thought was cute. I don't know exactly what it's made out of. And it's signed on the bottom. But I end up putting him back. There's this little sleeping dog. This wood box catches my attention. $4.99, but it's made in China and it just looks cheap, so I end up leaving it behind. But I do like the little applique flowers on the top. I thought that was cute. I'm seeing these home interior wood votive sconces, and I have sold those before in both of my stores, and they sell okay. I mean, I can sell them, but they don't flip for much. What else? Again, I think those would be really cute, but there's only one of them, and the bottom votive part was loose when I checked a little bit closer. I see this little box here, and I like that top scene. I think that's cute. I find that it's a music box, and then when I look inside, I still think it's cute, but then I notice that it's missing its little turn knob, and I think that that other piece is probably where the original sticker was, but it's missing. Still, $3.99 isn't bad. I didn't want to have to worry with the knob missing and whether or not it was overwound, so I left it behind. This little hedgehog was so cute, and it has like a solar panel on it, so I'm realizing that the strawberry lights up. So for like your garden or something like that, I thought he was super cute. This wood tray had a lot of scratching and damage on it. Here is a 10 Commandments plaque I'm trying to get to. I just recently sold a larger version of this on my eBay store, I believe. And so I'm trying to get to it without knocking everything off the shelf. Barely succeeding. And I can't find a price on that. I do put it in the cart to see if one of the workers up front could give me a price. Here is a little like a Federal Eagle wood box, $6.99. I think that's cute. I do well with Eagle stuff, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if that's like a letter caddy or something like that. So I put it in the cart to see if I can run some comps on it. I don't know. Are pineapple welcome plaques a thing? $3.99. I do consider that. Pineapples and owls and things like that. I don't know. Sometimes they do well for me. Those, I'm trying to figure out what exactly they are. They're not goblets, and I'm not 100% sure if they're candlestick holders. I like the look of them. I go back and forth. I think, end up putting those in the cart. I'm going to try to run a comp on them and see what I can get. They just had a unique look. $6.99 for the pair. That wasn't terrible, depending on what I could flip them for. Oh, this was cute. It is a golf driver wine bottle holder. I don't know how it holds the wine bottle. Here's a cute little basket. A pottery basket. It is signed on the bottom. I can't make out the signature. As much as I try. It's very cute. This little plate was $7.99. Here I'm finding some flatware. Probably nice carving pieces. I'm trying to make out the brand on that. $8.99. Here's a little milk can. Cute. Here's a cheap little kitschy kind of keys holder, $4.99. I would only be able to flip that for probably $7 to $8. Here is a handmade country and toll Dad's keys and change. I thought that was cute, but I thought also that the flowers limited a dad actually wanting to use that. Here's some candlestick holders. I do run a comp on those based on the stamp I can see, but for $8.99, there wasn't a lot left for me. Look at this guy. Look at this little owl. Edith. Even though I don't really like
Edith.
the colors, Edith, I feel like you at least gave it your best effort.
I guess this is the
There's
second.
a little glove and ball, $3.99. Lots of little interesting knickknacks. Here it's like a cloisonne, magnolia egg. I do put that in the cart to run comps on, just because it's so unique and unusual. I don't see a lot of those, and for $3.99 it was worth just seeing what the market is like out there. A little spoon. These Coca-Cola trays were here last week when I came. I think they're priced between $9 and $12. I don't know why I picked this up, because as soon as I pick it up, it feels light to me. So I know that it's probably empty. And yet, I'm still determined to see what's inside it. Ta-da! No.
Well, you never know.
But you never know. Sometimes you can run across treasures, and it seems one way, and it ends up being another.
Vanilla cupcake.
This little crock was cute. It is actually a candle. What
else?
Here I'm seeing a little wood tray, a divided tray. And I think there's a few others on the shelf above it.
So I will be honest, I have not had a ton of
$5.99. I think the other one was marked
these types of
$4.99.
trays. And it may just because I didn't price them
I just don't have a ton of luck
but
with what I can sell those trays for. Those bookends are $5.99, but they do have some chips on the top. Here's a little, some sort of a game, and you have these little cards on the top, and then in the bottom, there are little tiles, like wooden tiles. So from what I can understand, it's like a little brain game. You pick the card, and then you use the tiles to build what you see.
That's what
I don't
it looks
know,
like.
just interesting. I've never seen something like that, but I couldn't figure out which way it was supposed to go. If that was the lid or if that was the bottom. There are some shower curtain rings, nothing particularly special.
That's cute.
This was a little cute little pottery piece for $2.99, but when you get to certain sizes, there's just not enough profit on the bone to make it worth my time. But it was cute. There's an interesting little box with a drawer. Can't get it open. $4.99.
Red
Pass on it. Here's the red aisle. A lot of stuff to see. There's some cute little trays. Tracy, the Octavia Hill collection.
For $2. That's cute. Oh,
I
so
thought this little
TJ Maxx for $6.99.
piece was cute, but it was originally
how
TJ
that's
Maxx. It said "Be Mine."
on there?
It would be super cute for Valentine's Day,
Cute.
but I put it behind.
Like a kitschy way. Let's see. What else are we seeing?
What else? A lot of Valentine's stuff on the red aisle.
$10.99.
This is a little interesting, made in Japan. And then I realize, once I'm trying to pull it off the shelf, that the top comes off. Or it opens, excuse me. And it is a music box.
Is this part open?
And then here is the little drawer that comes out.
It does.
I thought that was so interesting and unique. I'd never seen anything like that. Just trying to check it out for damage and to turn it and see if the musical movement part worked. I'm looking at the stamp on the bottom to see if I can make out a maker.
Yes, I hear it already.
So I do wind it, and it seems to be overwound because the little bear doesn't do much moving at all. I'll try to move him and see if that may make it work, but it just does not want to move, which is sad because I thought that was very cute and unique and interesting, but I did end up putting it back.
We have the Valentine's Day stuff. Hug. If you put this on your desk.
Here's a hug sign. I feel like if you put that on the desk, you probably get a lot of hugs from it.
Last week. I did just recently
I
sell one of these
have
in
just
the store,
recently sold a little sewing kit,
$6.99, I think
just
it's
like
too
that.
high for what I flipped it for.
$6.99 to me was a little high, so I left it behind. Here is a vintage Life magazine. Looks like that's FDR on the cover. It says Geeky Tiki's on the bottom.
I think that's supposed to be
And I
really
think
cool, but it has damage on it.
that is... Oh, I can't remember her name.
No, that says Pure One though.
Here
Half
is
of
a
Look
little
was
parasol.
selling these
It has
little
a Pier
antique
1
Asian
sticker on it.
umbrellas,
I have
like the
done well
parasols.
with these actual vintage,
And
like
this
from
one
the
is Pier
1950s
1.
parasols,
The ones I've sold have actually been
rice paper
from
style,
like the 50s.
but
And
that
they
one is
bring
modern, so I leave it
good money.
behind. There's a whole end cap of M&M stuff, and I know so little about M&M stuff.
Anything about M&Ms.
I don't even stop to look. And probably a mistake on my part. If you know anything about certain M&M collections or figurines, feel free to leave me a message in the comments and let me know what I'm missing out on. I'm happy to learn. I'm always willing and open to hear new things and learn new things.
They sit for a while.
I am noticing a
but
little
certain
compote
pieces
dish.
will sell
It is etched
higher.
glass, and I have sold a few sets of these, like Fostoria. They're 1930s etched crystal glasses, and they can go for good money. It just kind of depends on the pieces. They're hit or miss, but I put that in the cart to run some comps on it.
Like the 1930s, the profit capabilities are higher, so.
What else am I seeing?
I see these 12 pieces.
Here are
for
again some
$11.99.
etched glass or etched crystal
know what
plates.
print that is.
I don't
Or
recognize the
what
pattern, but 12 pieces for $11.99. I feel like that's good. That's $1 a piece. And depending on,
All these are like
the
rose
maker
pattern. Can
and
you
the
see that?
pattern, could be worth it.
So it would make them
So
like
they
$1
all
a
look to be in good
piece.
shape. I put them in the cart to try and run a comp on that pattern, and maybe use Google Lens to recognize it. Sorry, try not to break anything. So I ended up running a comp on these stocking holders, and they weren't terrible. That one I think comps about $15 to $18, and I believe they were priced at $3.99 a piece. So I go back over to see if there are some other higher selling versions of that stocking holder. There was one that had sold for over $60. So I'm double checking. Sorry, I'm breaking everything, I think, at this point. This sign falls, and I'm not exactly sure what's happening, or why the camera angle has shifted. But I put all of these in my cart because I wanted to take them out of the packaging and make sure they were in good condition. But there seems to be a pair of each of the styles. So the comps on those, I think, could be for two, like $24.99. But the sell-through rate on those wasn't high, and there were a few listings and comps that were a little bit all over the place. So there weren't any of the styles that sell for really high money. And so I put them all in the cart. And then as I'm running comps and figuring out what I want to do, I just decide that I'm going to put those all back, because I don't think that the effort and the price match up for me in terms of the sell-through and the comp price. Here's some e.l.f. glasses. They're just regular glass set. I do run a comp on those, but they don't sell for much. And I'm also trying not to pull everything else off the shelf. If I had had more time, I would have taken more time in this section. But I was on a bit of a time crunch, so I was just trying to hit the highs and see what my eye would see. If anything would pique my interest. That's vintage, $5.99. I feel like that's probably not something that's going to make me a huge profit. Those were cute. Little tin snowmen with the lanterns. There was 2 of those. He looked old. You could tell from his color that he was vintage. And we're just gonna see what else we can see here. There are a set of little plastic trees that I see. They look like they're probably from the Dollar General or from Big Lots, so I put those back. And then in the back there, I do notice a box with some gold ornaments. I take them out to see if they're made in Italy. They weren't, so I put those back. But for that price, it was worth checking. It was a successful Carm trip. Thank you for coming along with me. I'm still getting used to filming in the stores. I haven't done it a ton, so be patient with me. I know last video when I was taking you along yard sailing, I think I flipped the camera at one point and didn't realize I had done it. You know, the whole thing. So I'm still making sure that the camera is pointed at the item so that you can actually see it. So just be patient with me. I'm learning. I know it's a learning curve. So I will get better, I promise. Stick with me. You can only see my mouth. But I promise I will get better. So I will report back what these sold on Etsy or Instagram. I will report back what these sold for on my Instagram, what they sold for on eBay or Etsy. And yeah, so thanks for coming, and I'll see you guys next time.